मैं
नमस्कार।
मैं म्यूट पे रहूंगी.
ठीक है जी।
Yes, I'm listening everything.
Bilkul. And if you want to even put something in the chat, we are
Sure.
okay with that.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So this call is already being recorded, but just wanted to. A lot of people cannot join this call because of the timings, but they do listen to the call, and we have missed sharing the recordings in the last couple of sessions, just due to technical difficulties, and sometimes if we are straying away from the Shabad itself. So today we are going to focus on the Shabad itself, and the first thing is we want to read what we have covered so far in this Shabad. So I think what we can do is one by one we can read, or Ishita ji, if you want to give us a little recap since it's your Shabad, and read out, and we don't need to go to explanation, just read out the lines that we have covered so far.
Okay जी. Last week also you had recorded. You did not get to
Yes.
send. Okay.
Again, the reason was the 50% of the call went on talking things which was not Shabad related. So
Okay.
we would
Yeah.
love to finish this Shabad, and
Okay
that's
जी.
why we are going to try to stick to this Shabad today. And then, of course, we can always do our sharings in the end.
Should I read the Shabad then?
Yes.
I have already shared the Shabad on the screen. It's showing up on your screen. So just read the Shabad, please.
Okay. It's Sui Mela Chautha, written by Guru Ramdas ji. तू करता सब कुछ आपे जाने, क्या तुझ पे आँख सुनाई है? बुरा भला तुझ सब कुछ सूझे, जेहा को करे तेहा को पाइए. मेरे साहिब तू अंतर की विद जाने, बुरा भला तुझ सब कुछ सूझे, तुझ भावे तिवे बुलावे. रहाओ. सब मोह माया शरीर हर किया, विच देही मानुख भगत कराई. इक ना सतगुर मेल सुख देवे, इक मनमुख तंद पिटाई. सबको तेरा तू सबना का मेरे करते, तुझ सबना सिर लिखया ले. जेही तू नदर करे तेहा को होवे, बिन नदरी नाही को पेक. तेरी वड्याई तू है जाने, सब तुदनो नित ध्याए. जिसनो तुद भावे तिसनो तू मेले, जन नानक सो थाए पाए.
This is what we have covered so far.
We've covered the first 4 lines.
Yes.
And we are going on to the 5th and 6th line today, I think.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, sab moh maya sarir har kiya, which dehi manuk bhagat karai. Who would like to go first and reflect on these lines? Sab moh maya sarir har kiya, which dehi manuk bhagat karai.
Neeluji, you want to go? What does it speak to you?
I'm just reflecting that, we are all into more Maya. That is also part of our body, our existence. That, it is all, everything is part of the whole game. It is not that every time it is bliss. There are many challenges, and we do get engrossed in our more Maya. But if we actually attune to the true wisdom, the last line, the second line, which says, Ape Pagat Karai, then only that another, that grace will come, and tad hi o bhakti ho sakegi. So last time I missed the Rahao, and somehow I was relating with what Prernaji had written in the 40th verse of Anand Sahib. And I was trying to correlate that. But now that we are on the next line, maybe, as Bharatji said, we should stick to that. If time will allow, maybe then I can talk on that.
Ishita ji, you want to go next?
He's very correct. In our bodies, first of all, when we are being born, meaning a mother is pregnant with us, at that time, we are meant to be very attached to the Vaheguru. But the way he has created this, the life and whatever the creation on earth, when human beings are born, they get attached to everybody else, to the parents, to everybody else. And then later on, they're, playing, and then they have to go through their jobs, and they don't realize. Some people who are blessed already are attached to the Naam. But then later on, or whenever the time is right, Vaheguruji does his kirpa, and he gets the person into this direction, and he feels the need to start contemplating and diving deeper into the wisdom rather than just doing lip movement. We do rattabazi in our Shabad, that you just read it without understanding what's going on. And then you want to understand it. And then you start diving deeper. So basically, we have everything in our body. We have the Moh Maya also, but we have the Bhakti also. So,
Beautiful.
it's a
Beautiful.
matter of
Bharatji,
time and your challenges in your life where you feel the need to go inward, because if you get into challenges, that's when you turn to God. And
beautiful. Beautiful. Bharatji?
Yeah. See, I think what I'm getting out of this, some more Maya, Sarir Har Kiya. That means he has given us this body for a purpose. I think what Guruji is trying to say, that this body this body Dehi has been gifted to us for a purpose and for bhakti, for devotion. Uh, and of course, the next line will make it a little more evident that we sometimes don't do the right things with that body. But typically, this body has been designed for devotion. That is our purpose.
Bhai
That's all.
parapat manuk dihoriya gobind milan ki eh teri pri. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Sab moh maya sarir har kiya, which dehi manuk bhagat kare. So in the dehi, there is the attachment, the kam, krodh, lobh, moh, ahankar. And there is also the choice that a bhagat can make, or a seeker can make, or a person can make to do bhakti. So he's alluding to this. The Guru, notice, he does not say everything clearly in black and white. He's giving us hints throughout the Shabad. If you go later on in the lines, let's see. Ikna Satgur mel sukh deve ik manmukh dhand pitai. So notice what he's saying here. Niluji, you want to reflect on these? Ikna Satgur mel sukh deve ik manmukh dhand pitai.
I don't know what is Dhand Pitai. It looks like a punishment that if you
Yeah,
don't
dhand
do
pitai
it,
is that they are like they are manmukhs, so they are following their mind.
I would call it like the grind of worldly affairs.
Yeah.
Dhanda is business, Dhandu is business. So
Yeah.
to me, what it is saying is that the manmukh is so involved or engrossed in running around making his money or whatever, that he forgets about the main purpose for which he was brought on this earth.
Right.
Also, I feel that dhand pitai could be ke manmukh dhand. You get into this manmukh thing and you forget about the Lord or your
Yeah.
creator who's
Yeah.
given you everything. फिर आपको जीवन में डंडा पड़ता है. So dand pitai. So it's like a punishment at that point. You're right,
Sorry.
Niluji. Hanji. In my opinion also, like it's the same thing. You get
Yeah.
engrossed, you get away from Vaheguru.
Dhand pitai is suffering in life. Suffering that comes in
Yeah.
life is Gandapitai. When
Absolutely.
a soul a being is not happy, no matter he has everything around him, but there's something that is not fitting quite right. So, ikna Satguru mel sukh deva, ik manumukh dandapitai. So you see how he's saying that everything is in this dehi, and the reason there is this dehi is to do bhakti, but in certain cases Some seekers or some beings are attached to the guru, and some beings are attached and following the workings of the mind, manumukh, right? Then let's go to the next lines. Sabko tera tu sabna ka mere karte tudh sabna sir likhya lekh. What are these lines saying to you guys? सबको तेरा तू सबना का मेरे करते तुध सबना सिर लिखिया लेख. What is it?
Sar
is
pe
all
likhya, that
described.
means to me is that he writes our destiny on our foreheads. All
Okay.
belongs
It is
to
all
you.
destined, yeah.
Yeah.
Neeluji, you were saying something?
It is all destined and it's all likha hua here. But we can also rewrite whatever is written. We are actually not seeing that. And we are trying to do what we want to do, not realizing that this was the essential ingredient which was already given to us and we are not using it. And वो
Exactly.
लेख पे लिखा हुआ है, but it's we are not working on it. Like as you
Yes.
say, the word authenticity you had used, and I'm quite touched by the last verse of Anand Sahib. So some of the words, if you give me permission, I'm borrowing that
Of
you
course.
said, with authenticity, we are not doing anything. So here also, lake भी ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਲਿੱਤੇ ਨੇ. I
Absolutely.
feel like that. I want to do this. Manmukh. So Gurmukh to nahi ho rahe. So likhya lekh is vanishing day by day. And other lines have started appearing, which we call the real freckles of life. have really started erupting. Which because we are not dealing our lives with authenticity, basically. This is what I feel.
Ishita, beautiful,
It's,
Neeluji.
yeah, very nice. Sabko tera tu sabna ka. So you've created each and every living being here. सबको तेरे ही है, तू सबना का और तू सबका ही है, not just any particular caste, creed, anything. Vaheguru or God or oneness belongs to every single person. And it's up to you and your challenges in life which show you which direction to take. That's when you take the direction and you use your free will to go in this direction. And then Vaheguruji does even more kirpa on you and he holds on to you and he progresses your love.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So notice, I'll just share this line from Japji. जी जात रंगा के नाव सबना लिखिया बुरी कलाम. What is he saying here? सबको तेरा तू सबना का मेरे करते तुद सबना सिर लिखिया लेख. When we were taught earlier, or I used to believe, कि some of us write our destiny on our foreheads, that we will become close to the Guru. And some of us are in worldly affairs. But now I don't think that way. The Guru here is telling us, Sabko tera tu sabna ka mere. If everybody is in oneness and oneness is in everybody, so this sabna sir likhya lekh means each and everybody who is on this planet has a mind, has an intellect, has the possibility to write his own destiny. This is a huge mindset shift that has happened in my mindset about this likhya lekh. जेहि तू नदर करे ते हा को होवे बिन नदरी नाही को बेक. बिन नदरी नाही को बेक. जेहा तू नदर करे. Once we start writing our own destiny, as you guys said, the seeker is feeling the grace and the support of the universe in her life. I'd like you guys to reflect on this before we go. Bake. Let's look at what bake means.
ये पेक तो वो नहीं होता, दूसरा भेक डालना,
Form.
again which is not a
जैसे
sentence.
भेष बदलते हैं ना.
जैसे भेष बदलते हैं, that's bake.
Exactly. जेही तू नदर करे तेहा को होवे बिन नदरी को नाई को भेक. Let's think. What is the Guru trying to say to us?
You were
Without
saying
his
na,
grace,
every
you cannot.
person's forehead has this written on them, but for them to realize this, for human beings to realize it, they have to be thinking along those lines. And that is jo jagrati aati hai, the enlightenment, that this is what I should be doing. Not everybody has that. A manmukh person doesn't even have that at that point. He doesn't even realize what he's doing. He should be doing this along with that other stuff. He should be following the creator or oneness and remembering him, thanking him, be grateful, whatever it is, so that he will continue getting the blessings to be able to write his own destiny for the future. So they don't realize it. But when they do once realize it, they can use their free will to continue on that path. And that's when we realize that without the kirpa, without the blessing, we are not able to do each and everything ourselves. We need his blessings to be able to pull us along through our struggles, to show us the path. And that's what happens when you're struggling and you do ardas or you just talk to your Vaheguru, and that the hukam that comes following that is exactly an answer to what you are talking about or what you're struggling with. I feel that. That's his another. He'll tell you, sometimes he'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Sometimes he'll give you a thapra on your back and say, you're doing the right thing, beautiful kind of thing. That's my experience.
Bake. Any ideas what the Guru is probably telling us?
Yeah, here,
Raji?
one thing which is actually pinching me, I'll say, is that, sorry to say, but I'm talking about myself. I can't say anything about you guys. But I often think that, by dwelling into these kind of thoughts, by doing seeker's grow, by looking at the stick, and at times I feel I'm trying to know what Guru is saying. But somewhere I've become a picky. I am not very authentic. I am also a manmukh at the end of the day. And I am still into my worldly affairs. And after indulging in 7-8 hours of manmukh things, 1 hour of class makes me look very spiritual. Ki, oh, I have done my bit. Suddenly I realized, that is why I use the word, that it pinches me at times, that Neelu, you are not a true seeker. You are not actually doing things the way you should be doing. I am a big picky, which, I feel ki, it's not, this is all happening, right? Okay, I've taken a small step, which is okay. But somewhere too much has to be done, and I'm not actually doing. And I am so much full of it, so much full of fake, that the real wisdom, the true wisdom, is far away.
And that is grace.
Very far away.
That is grace. That is the one step you've taken. That 1 hour you're coming and doing. That is the 10 steps he's taking. The 13th Ashtabadi of Sukhmani Sahib. Gurka Nindak. We are all Gurka Nindak in some form or the other. Because we are not doing what we are being asked to do in authenticity. And that is the glance of grace. So the fact that you are recognizing this is also Gorgeous. This recognition, this realization that is happening in the mind of a seeker is beautiful, because till you won't see the kalak on your cheeks, you will not be able to use an anti-pigmentation cream.
Yeah, but sorry, but somewhere I feel that, even if I'm seeing, I'm quite lazy to put that anti-pigmentation cream also. I say that, yeah, something has come up, but I'm not ready to work on it as I should be working.
Yeah.
But there
And
is grace, right? That's why you're coming back to these calls, right? You do come back. You've not broken away. There's something pulling you towards it. That is the grace. I saw this video about,
Let's go
they
and let's
said that,
stay to the Shabad. Let's stick to the Shabad,
okay,
because then,
okay.
okay, we'll
yeah,
come
we
back
are
to this
talking about
later
faith
on.
only.
We'll come back
Yeah.
to it later on. Bharatji, any reflections?
Yes. To me, I think when I'm looking at these lines again and again, to me, I think this is a beautiful line in the entire Shabad. Jehitu nadar kare, the most important, this is, I think, to me, the most important concept in this Shabad. Our entire identity, our spiritual form depends on how the divine looks at us, nadar. Without that nadar, we really have no real existence. Yes, we need to take steps. Whether somebody does, like Neeruji was saying, every hour, once in a day, whatever it is, but based on that nadar of how the Lord looks at us, our existence, our whether we call it karni or all that thing depends upon us. So I think to me that's important. Of his glance of grace has to be on us, and there are different people. Some people are doing different things in life. Some people are doing better than us, but we are better than many in certain things. That is all his nadar, and we basically it is his nadar that is taking us from point A to point B and point B to point C in life.
Gorgeous. And again, going back to Neeluji's question, like, there's so much judgment. There's so much judgment that I'm not doing this, but I'm lazy and I'm staying in that lazy wheel. So rather than what is the action that I'm going to do, how am I going to make that choice? What is the choice that I'm going to make? Rather than having those questions, she said, I'm too lazy. So that is something for you to start reflecting upon.
Mhm.
And once we stop the recording, we can go further into the
Yeah.
discussion of that. But let's go to the next line.
One last thing before we move on, like, a non-believer also sometimes in pain will say, "Oh God, oh Lord." That is still his, even though he's a manmukh, but he still got maybe a 1% connection with that Lord God. Maybe he remembers him only in pain and not in during times of gain. But whatever that is, his going is based on how the Lord looks at him. The Lord looks at, he's got a very busy life. He still managed to remember me for 1 minute today. But this person is retired, he has all the time, and he's still not remembering me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
तेरी वडियाई तू है जाने सब तुधनो नित ध्याए. तेरी वडियाई तू है जाने सब तुधनो नित ध्याए. So you see, instructions to the seeker. That a seeker knows your greatness. And a seeker is only immersed in your greatness. She doesn't care. She knows that she's going here and there, but she brings herself back and immerses herself in your greatness. Ishita, any reflections? Neeluji, Bharatji?
Yeah, he's giving the answer. Nit Nit is every day. Yeah, if you are saying that I'm being I'm saying that I'm being lazy. He's giving the instruction that every day you have to do your
Nit is every
in
minute.
discipline. In
Nit is
discipline.
every minute.
Every minute. Why nit? Yeah, you're
Why
right.
every day, every
second.
minute, nit dhyaye.
Yeah, every second we are taking our breath, and that is not being counted. Then we keep counting our shabads.
Exactly. Exactly. Ishita ji,
Key.
I think once you're aware that you're attached to Vaheguru, it's like a mother with a small baby or something. You may be cooking, you may be doing something else, but your concentration or your heart is with your child. And the minute the child wakes up, you go running because you're attached to that or connected or you're listening for it. So even if you're doing other things, manmukh things, as long as you feel the presence of Vaheguru and you feel his love and you feel that you have the love for him, that's also very good. You don't have to be sitting and doing parts the whole time. You just have to be connected. And a lot of it is shukrana, just thanking him for a lot of stuff around you. Thank you, God, for this or that, or giving me uh, the thoughts that I want to even do it, or to say that I'm lazy and I want to improve myself. That's also a blessing.
Can I reflect my thought?
of course
Of
you
course.
can. Please.
Yes. Very good point here. That when you connect with Vaheguru, some point I'm very lazy some years back. But when I connected with Vaheguru, even my laziness is totally gone. Now I'm more aware about my Vaheguru, my Simran. I'm more listener. I want to listen every single point. I want to read every single things like Prerna ji writes so beautifully, Anand Sahib. So I every time I I'm reading all the podis. I mean my laziness is goes totally goes. So this is good for me. Actually, this is very good for me. So I'm thankful to Vaheguru that he connect and I connect with Vaheguru.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
नदर हुई है ना आपके ऊपर बहुत
नदर
जबरदस्त
हुई है
बेचारी।
मेरे ऊपर
हाँ।
तो बल्कि मेरी लेजीनेस खत्म हो गई है लोग बाग सोचते हैं कि लेजी हैं हम लेजी तो आप हो ही नहीं सकते व्हेन यू आर कनेक्टेड विद वाहेगुरु
Bharat ji, any reflections on तेरी वड्याई तू है जाने सब तुझनो नित्य ध्याय है.
See, a lot of people meditate. Actually, my thoughts went on a very different direction. I said Manmukh and Gurmukh are not two different people. Like he's a Manmukh and he's a Gurmukh. Each one of us have a Manmukh and Gurmukh within us. Percentages may vary. Somebody may be 80-20, somebody may be 60-40. The percentage. But Teri Vadiyai Tu Jane, he's a master magician. And it does not necessarily mean that if you have done only 10 minutes of prayer, like Nidu said, that he's going to be strict on her. No. Out of a day and out of the responsibility, he's given her a lot of responsibilities. Out of all those responsibilities, if she can take out 10 minutes in a day, that is a big achievement. And his nadar will be on her. I'm coming, how linking the previous one to this one. So his vadiyai, he jane, and that he knows who's doing what. But if somebody is whiling away his time, he has all the time and he does not do, and he's only so involved in manmukh activities in his free time, he's got time to go to social media and stroll, but not say thank you to the creator. That also he knows. So he knows his vidya and he rewards in this thing according to his thing. So that's where my thoughts were.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For me, he's giving us a blueprint here. तेरी
Yeah.
वड्याई तू है जाने सब तुझनो नित्य ध्याय है. And then in the last line he says, जिसनो तुध भावे तिसनो तू मेले जन नानक सो थाय पाए. So see the assurance he gives that that who loves you and you love him, meaning there's no difference between Vaheguru and the seeker and Vaheguru. The duality has ended. Jan Nanak so thai pai. Then that person has found his place. His place has been found. Thai pai. And meaning that he feels so comfortable and happy in where he is in this lifetime, at this point in his journey. No matter what the challenges are, he's happy because he is living according to what this Shabad is saying. He understands that it's all part of a divine hukam. तू करता सब किच आपे जाने, क्या तुझ पे आंख सुनाई है, बुरा भला तुझ सब किच सूझे, जेहा को करे तेहा को पाई है. मेरे साहिब तू अंतर की बिद जाने, बुरा भला तुझ सब किच सूझे. सेकंड टाइम, तुझ भावे तिवे बुलावे रहाओ. सब मोह माया शरीर हर किया, विच देही मानुक भगत कराई. इस देही में आपने सब कुछ डाल दिया, चॉइस भी डाल दिया. इकना सतगुर मेल सुख देवे, एक मनमुख दंड पिटाई. एक है सतगुर, एक है गुरमुख जो सतगुर के साथ मिलना चाहता है. दूसरा है मनमुख जिसको दंड मिल रहे हैं, मीनिंग ही सफरिंग. सबको तेरा तू सबना का मेरे करते, सबको तेरा तू सबना का मेरे करते, तुद सबना सिर लिखिया लेख. Each one has that possibility. Each one has that choice. Each one has an ability to commit. जे ही तू नदर करे, तेहा को होवे, बिन नदरी नाही को बेक. तेरी वड्याई तू है जाने, सब तुधनो नित ध्याए. जिसनो तुध भावे तिसनो तू मेले, जन नानक सो थाई पाए. So as a takeaway of this Shabad, can each one of us come up with one word, one line, takeaway, and practice that we will do, and then we will stop the recording, if that's agreeable to everybody. Who wants to go first? Neeluji, you want to go first?
My takeaway. His Nadar is utmost important thing. And he knows Antar Ki Bidh also. He knows what I'm trying to say and what I'm not trying to do. Both. It needs more of, like you said in your Anand Sap thing, what were the 3 words? That, yeah, mind is our wealth. Mind is actually our wealth. And that each of us have that capital with us. And wo jama punji ko, how are we going to use is our thing. No? So for that, you gave these 3 words, purity in the art of listening, seeing, and speaking. So if we practice that, actually it will work. It does work. And that is only called nadar, maybe. There is no nadar which is going to come from above and, tell me that, okay, aaj se aapke upar nadar ho gayi. So the minute I start, my takeaway is that the minute I start working on it in the art of listening, in the art of seeing, in the art of speaking, that nadar is going to let me be with the true wisdom.
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Bharatji,
Okay,
Ishitaji?
but I'm going to cheat. You asked for one word. I'm going to give two words. So two words that come to my mind. One word is not, which is not in the Shabad, is the word grind. And what I'm taking away is many times we feel that life is a grind. Some people have ailing mothers who need to be taken care of. Some have spousal issues. Some have children who are not as respectful to them as they think they are. I'm just converting the Shabbat to real life. What we feel is a grind, but when you look at it as a life full of grace of another, then those grinds become immaterial. So to me, what I'm taking away is that every situation in our life, look at it as another, not as look at it as grace instead of grind. So to me, that's my takeaway.
Beautiful. Grind.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I love it. Love it.
Thank you, Bharatji.
Ishitaji?
I think my word is gratitude, that he's brought us to this point where we can live our lives and not get tortured by everything happening around us. We can take it and know it's all in his hukam. And his hukam is always to make us better. Whether it's showing us some hardships on us on a certain day and good things in the other day, it's all for our good. You have to believe that and have faith in that. And then you just come up with gratitude that, Guruji, this is all for my good. And you brought me here and you're watching over me and giving me another, and I'm at peace with whatever's happening.
Gorgeous. Rekhaji, you want to share your takeaway or your practice, what you will really work on?
Yes, right now I have my granddaughter in my lap. I'm just listening.
No
I'm so
problem.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So I try to attend this call.
Okay.
So I'm listening. Thank you so much.
Bless you. So my takeaway is that nitya dhyaye. I just strive to stay in contact or in that awareness 24/7. And that is something that I strive to do every minute. So we can stop the recording. I think we are through this Shabad. After 4 weeks or 5 weeks, how many